Listen, losing a job suddenly, it is easily one of the most stressful experiences you can go through. Literally, your entire routine is just upended, and all of a sudden financial security becomes this massive, looming question mark. But hey, take a deep breath, because there's actually some good news here. There is a safety net designed specifically for moments exactly like this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to take what looks like a totally daunting bureaucratic maze and transform it into a clear, actionable roadmap. We're going to walk step by step through exactly how to file for unemployment online in Florida. Our goal, to completely demystify the whole shebang so you can secure the support you've absolutely earned.
To really put into perspective why nailing this process is so important, just think about this number, $3,300. That's the maximum total benefit amount you can currently get in Florida. It pays out at a maximum of $275 a week for up to 12 weeks. When you're stuck between jobs, securing these funds is absolutely crucial. It's about maintaining your peace of mind and keeping things stable while you figure out your next move.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. What reemployment assistance actually is. 2. Preparing your application. 3. Accessing the system. 4. Filling out the application itself. 5. Those critical post-submission steps. And finally, 6. Actually receiving your benefits.
Section 1. What is reemployment assistance? So in Florida, the state doesn't officially call it unemployment insurance. They actually call it reemployment assistance. And honestly, that's a very intentional name. It's meant to highlight that this program is a temporary financial bridge. It's there to support you while you aggressively seek out your next role. It's not a long-term solution, right? It's just a temporary wage replacement to help you get by.
Now, as official state documents brilliantly illustrate, there's a huge catch. You must be totally or partially unemployed through no fault of your own. Your eligibility strictly hinges on that one phrase. If your company restructured, or say you were furloughed, you're very likely going to qualify. But if you voluntarily quit without what the law calls a good cause, or if you were let go for willful misconduct, well, you're probably going to be disqualified.
Section 2. Preparing your application.
Before you even think about opening a web browser, you need to gather your tools. Think of this checklist as your absolute must-haves. You're going to need your social security number, your driver's license or state ID, and a really detailed 18-month work history. But I want you to pay special attention to the employer FEINs. That's your former employer's federal employer identification number. You can usually track this 9-digit number down on your W-2 or a recent pay stub. Having that ready is going to save you major headaches later on. Also, just a quick heads up, if you're a non-U.S. citizen, former military, a federal employee, or a union member, you're going to need some specific documents handy, like your DD-214 or your union hall number.
Section 3. Accessing the system.
All right, so getting into the portal isn't as simple as just typing in a password anymore. Florida has really ramped up security to protect your identity. First things first, you've got to set up multi-factor authentication, or MFA. You can use an authenticator app, get a text message, or even an automated phone call. After that, it's on to step 2, mandatory identity verification through a third-party service called ID.me. You actually have 2 options here. You can do the quick automated self-service route, uploading photos of your ID and a quick video selfie. But if the system is being stubborn, you can hop on a live video call with an ID.me agent who will verify everything manually for you.
So the crucial point is this specific warning right here. If you ever see the error, "This ID.me account has been used to verify another account," stop right there. Don't panic, but know that this is a super common duplicate account error within the Florida Commerce database. And here's the kicker. ID.me literally cannot fix this for you. You have to call Florida Commerce directly at 1-833-352-7759. You'll need to get a human agent on the line to manually unlock your profile.
Section 4. Filling out your application. Right out of the gate, the system is going to ask you to create a 4-digit PIN. Please do not take this lightly. You're going to need this exact PIN every 2 weeks to claim your benefits. The rules are pretty strict. No repeating numbers like 1111, no sequential numbers like 1234, and absolutely no digits from your social security number. Make it memorable, but keep it secure. And let me give you a pro tip before you move on. Review every single section of your application twice before you hit submit. Because once you submit, you can't edit the application online. Any tiny typo means you're going to be stuck calling customer service to fix it. Okay, as you're filling out your wage history, you're going to bump into this term, base period.
I know. It sounds like some scary accounting jargon, but honestly, it's just a specific timeline. You see, your eligibility and how much you actually get paid isn't just based on your last couple of paychecks. It's based on your earnings during the first 4 of the last 5 completed calendar quarters. It's kind of like a giant puzzle. For example, if you apply in May, the state is actually looking way back at your earnings from January to December of the previous year. You need to have earned at least $3,400 during that exact time frame to qualify.
Section 5. Post-submission steps.
So you hit submit. What now? Well, understanding this timeline is absolutely vital so you know exactly what to expect. Your very first week of unemployment is legally considered an unpaid waiting week. Yeah, it's a bummer, but you will not receive funds for this first week under standard rules. After that, you'll be prompted to log back in to request benefit payment for your first claiming week. And even then, it typically takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks for that first actual payment to be processed and hit your account.
Now, here's where we talk about your ongoing responsibilities, because you've got to do a little work to keep the money flowing. First, keep an eye on your inbox. You have to complete a basic initial skills review online. Second, you've got to register for an account and upload your resume to the state's job board, which is called Employ Florida. And third, and guys, this one is huge, you must provide 5 distinct work search contacts for every single week you claim benefits. If you forget to log those job applications, your benefits will be paused, no exceptions.
Section 6. Receiving benefits. When it comes to actually getting your cash, you basically have 2 choices. You can go with direct deposit, which means you'll enter your bank's routing and account numbers during the application, and the funds go straight into your personal checking account. Easy, right? Or you can choose the Way2Go debit card. That's a physical, state-issued prepaid card they mail to you, and your benefits get loaded onto it bi-weekly. Just pick whichever method makes it easiest for you to manage your bills during this transition.
Now, what's really interesting about this rule is that the state doesn't just magically send you money after you apply. You have to actively go in and claim it. Every 2 weeks, depending on the last digit of your Social Security number, you'll be given a scheduled report date. You have to log in, report your job searches, and hit request for your payment. As the state makes very clear, if you're more than 7 days late doing this, you can lose out on that money entirely. Seriously, do yourself a favor. Set a recurring alarm on your phone right now so you don't miss that window.
So we've walked through the ideal, happy path scenario. But look, we have to be real here. Bureaucratic systems are never perfect. What happens if your claim gets denied because a former employer disputes why you left? Or what if the system glitches and flags you for an overpayment? It happens. So what is your backup plan if things go sideways? Thankfully, you don't have to navigate those roadblocks on your own. Florida has a Reemployment Assistance Help Center online. It's a self-help portal where you can upload documents or even file appeals. But hey, if you're not super comfortable with computers, or there's a language barrier, or honestly, if you just need a real human being to talk to, you can just walk into your local CareerSource Florida Center. They offer completely free in-person assistance. They have computers you can use, and the staff there understands this system inside and out. As we wrap up this explainer, I just want to remind you that unemployment laws and procedures change all the time, especially when the economy shifts. You should always use floridajobs.org to check the most current rules, and definitely consider getting professional legal aid if you're dealing with a really messy appeal. Filing for reemployment assistance? Yeah, it's a very detailed process, but it is entirely manageable if you just take it one step at a time. Gather your documents, take a breath, and follow the steps we outlined today. So what is the very first step you're going to take today to secure your financial bridge?